Guys, if you want to step into your if I was you, I wanna be me to era, you've got to keep watching this video because in this video, I'm about to tell you how to go from an insecure person to a self assured, self confident baddie, which is your future self. So, yeah, I'm Myra and I'm your self development improvement journey bestie, here to tell you that self love and improvement does not have an age. You could be 8 or you could be 80. I was 8 when I started my self improvement journey, and now I'm 13, so I've learned a thing or two about self development. So, yeah, let's get right into the video. So, first of all, I want you to understand that not every single person will like you. I touched on this topic in my previous video as well. And for this new video, I have whole new points as well. Whole list over here so I don't forget and deliver the best content to you, as I said. And then yeah, so you have to get comfortable with the fact that not all people are comfortable with you. You don't like all people you meet, and all people uh, and all the people you introduce yourself to do not like you back. So get comfortable with that fact. You just have to, it's a fact of life. It's not even a thing that you have to consider, like it's a fact of life. The same way that you cannot like all the people you meet, all the people cannot like you, and that's okay, that's normal, that's their opinion. Okay, so if if not all people will like you, that automatically means that if I'm not able to please everyone, that's all right, that's fine, that's human nature. Okay, don't beat yourself up for that. Be kind to you. Oh my god, like you should be your number one best friend. Like currently I am proudly saying that I don't have a best friend. I have lots of really good friends, but I am my best friend, and I'm proud to say that. You should not be ashamed to say that, because you are here with you from the start to the beginning. You know everything that's happening with you, you know all the thoughts, you know everything about yourself. Not a single person on this planet, not even your parents, know every single thought that's going inside your head, every single thing that happened with you. You're the only person who is allowed to judge you. And if you're only rude to yourself, girl, you're supposed to. Okay, I heard of this exercise. Pretend like you are a mother of yourself. So, would you say that to your child? Like, if I'm looking at the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, I look so ugly. Would you ever say that to your child? I mean, I would not. So, you have to imagine yourself, and if not child, just imagine yourself as your younger self. If you're meeting your younger self, would you say that to your younger self? I don't think so. You're still the same person. You've just grown at age. So love yourself. Love every aspect about yourself. Like, and okay, so you've got to know how you react to certain situations. What are your past traumas? And what kind of friendships you're attracted to? What is your signature color? And both physical and emotional things, like how you react to friendships, what's your love language, and what's your undertone. Like, okay, so I heard this journaling tip where you literally keep a journal which is all about yourself. Like anytime you learn anything new about yourself, like for example, I really hate I really hate it when someone comments on my hair. So you write that in your diary, right? So this is basically a diary, an encyclopedia about you. So you can actually learn about yourself, and then only can you love yourself. Because if you don't even know who you are, how can you expect you to love yourself? Like I don't even blame you, right? So you've got to know yourself so deeply that if any random XYZ person comes up and says that blah blah blah, you know, no, I'm not like that. Shut up. And this. So there's the theory which is called the purple shirt theory. It's basically like if you're wearing, for example, I'm wearing this white jacket, right? And someone comes and says to me, this is the ugliest effing purple color of jacket I've ever seen. You'll be like, you're you're talking to me? I'm not even wearing a purple jacket. Like Do you have issues? I'm so sorry. Like, it would not affect you in even the slightest way, because you know it's not even a purple jacket. Like, they've probably lost their mind or something. Like, what are they even talking about? Are they colorblind? Do they need help? This brings me to another point, which is that if you don't love yourself, you cannot expect others to love you. Like, for example, you have designed a product, right? Let's say, and you don't like the product. You cannot expect your customers to like it. It's your product, it's your creation. You made this, and even you don't even like it. How do you expect your customers to like it, right? You cannot. So first you have to love yourself, and to love yourself you have to know yourself. To know yourself you have to invest your time. So basically, there was this girl in my class, not gonna take names. She came up to me and started ranting, Myra, what's wrong with me? I hate myself. Why does nobody want to be my friend? What can I change in myself? I was like, thamba, thamba. I explained her the same concept. Like, if you, being the person who knows yourself best, can't love yourself, then you cannot expect others to love you. It went all above her head, but I hope you understand it, and I hope the product example was good. That was, I think, kind of creative. And I wanted to pat yourself on your back for watching this video. You took your first step. You should be proud of yourself. You should love yourself. Love yourself, kiss yourself, hug yourself. Be proud of yourself, even the tiniest of things. You watching this video, I love you. You love you. And you should love your future self. Like, my future self is everything I want. She is me and I am her, and she should be your main idol. Like, my goal is to be me in the future, because I am goals. So there's this thing I learned from a creator called Tam Kaur. Anyone from the self development side would know her. Tam Kaur, I love you so much. You're my mother. You're my everything. I know is from you. So Tamgor has this thing which is portfolio of proof, right? So basically, I think I explained it in the last video as well. So portfolio of proof is basically when you do a thing that you're not comfortable with, right? For example, I'm not comfortable with going to a movie theater alone. So I go to a movie theater alone, right? I do something out of my comfort zone. And okay, it goes really well. Like, nobody said anything to me, right? Nobody even noticed me. So next time I feel underconfident and I'm like, wait, I did that thing alone and I was wrong about feeling scared and being judged, but it went out pretty well, right? So why am I scared to do this? So basically, you have a stack of evidence, not physical, but in your brain. And this is built by you going out of your comfort zone. This brings me to my next point. If you don't go out of your comfort zone, you cannot build your confidence, because you have not exposed yourself to the outer world, right? You don't know things, you have to experience things. And that if you do things out of your comfort zone, it also expands your comfort zone. Like, for example, I go to movie theater alone 2 3 times, and now I'm pretty much comfortable with it. So now my comfort zone, which was this much, has expanded to this much, and then I do more things out of my comfort zone, and it, it expands to this much, right? So if you want to expand your comfort zone, you have to do things out of your comfort zone. And how can you do that? Which brings me to my next and a very controversial topic: fake it till you make it. So fake it till you make it, as I already said, is very controversial, but I don't see the harm. Like, all manifestations is fake it till you make it, but with belief, right? I'll come to manifestations later. So fake it till you make it, if you don't know, is basically like, for example, for example I want to be really confident, which is the topic of our video, right? So I pretend like I'm confident. So I go, which is again links to expanding your comfort zone. So when you fake it till you make it, like, for example, you go to theaters alone and pretend that you're really confident, like, I do that daily. What do you mean? And I get my nails done daily, alone, and I take myself out for dates. It's normal, guys. What do you mean? Then your comfort zone expands and you're not scared to do it anymore. So fake it till you make it is literally what it says. So you fake it till the time your comfort zone expands and you're actually that person that you were faking, right? Like for example, you want to become extroverted, so you go talk to new people like you are actually extroverted, even though from inside you're like thak 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 thak. So but later your comfort zone expands, as we talked about previously, and now you are that person that you were portraying. So fake it till you make it. I don't see the harm. Like, I don't see the harm. It's not pretending to be someone else, it's just portraying your future self and closing the gap between your future self and yourself. Quantum leap. Coming to manifestations, I truly understand if in the starting you don't actually feel confident and you just feel like you're lying to yourself and you're pretending to be confident and it's just all fake. But that's where manifestations kick in. So people these days are making manifestations so fucking mushkil. I'm so sorry. So fucking difficult. It's like you have to do 999 555, write this thing 1 million times, I don't know, blah 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 blah, all this noise. Shut it out. Manifestation is basically whatever you put out in the universe you believe. So if you know that, like for example, I know I'm a female, so I am a female. If I put out to the universe I know I'm the topper, then I will become the topper. If I put out to the universe that I'm a really confident person and I believe it, then I will become a confident person. Because whatever you give to the universe mirrors this back to you. That's why you should love yourself, right? I'm so sorry, as I covered earlier, if you love yourself, the other people will mirror it, because you put love out in the universe, so other people will love you back, because they see, oh, she loves herself, something is in her, right? If she loves herself, that means she's actually worthy of love. And at the starting, I know it will be difficult to believe because you don't have a practice, but you have to keep saying affirmations. For those who don't know what affirmations are, it's basically sentences like of your goal, but you put it in the present tense. Like, for example, my goal is to be ISSF in shooting. So I will continuously say that. So I'll continuously say things like, shooting comes naturally to me. Shooting is really easy for me. I always score tens, and that I'm an ISSF in shooting. I win all competitions of shooting that I go into, right? And you keep on repeating these affirmations. And pro tip, okay, pro tip, affirmations are most strongest in the morning, like the moment you wake up, or just before you go back to sleep, because your subconscious mind is awake at that time, right? So, and all this information need to go into your subconscious mind, right? If you don't know what's the difference between a conscious mind and a subconscious mind, I'll make a video on that. And I basically, the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, if you want me to make a video related to that, do tell me that. Anyways, so if you do affirmations and continuously practice affirmations, slowly but gradually you will start to believe them. And don't expect results until you believe them, okay? Because if you don't believe them, your internal dialogue is saying, this is wrong, I'm not even good, like I just score fives and six, this is lying to myself. You have to believe that, yeah, I am so good at it, like I'm just so good at it. And another thing that I want you to keep telling yourself is that you are the universe's favorite child. That does not mean that you're the main character of other people's lives. Stop being a bitch, okay? That just means that I try to imagine it that way, right? See. So, yeah, so like we all have our own universe, right? Which controls our world. Like, I have my own universe, my brother has my own universe, my mother has my own universe. And for my universe, I'm the favorite child. Okay, so in my life, I'll get everything, not what I want, but what is right for me. There's a difference. So like, for example, you manifested a career, but that did not came true. Instead, you got fired. So you would start to believe that manifestations are wrong, this and that. But that is just your universe protecting you from a path that is not made for you, right? So basically, uh basic basically universe your universe is, you are your universe's favorite child. So it will always push you towards the path that is right for you, not always what you want. Of course what you want, because you are his favorite child, her favorite child, whatever, but also the path that is right for you, because they have to think of your future. They're like your mother or father, right? They don't always give you what you want, but what you need and what is right for you. Another very important thing that I'd like to say is get comfortable with being alone, right? And that also leads to standards, because let's say that you followed all my advice and you love yourself and you know your worth, then you must know that all the people, all the guys that do not bring value to you, or all the girls, like for example, there's a person and like they hate themselves, or they don't like their life, or they're just constantly having negative thoughts, or they're bringing you down. You don't They don't deserve you, right? Your worth is over here and they are over here, right? So if you choose to stay with them, you will go down to match their frequency, because you can only have a thing if it's at your frequency. If you leave them and they go, then your frequency can rise. And let's say your goal is over here and your friend is over here, and if you constantly are attached to that low frequency friend, your frequency will also be here. But if you leave that friend, then nothing is constantly holding you. So your goal is here, and you can rise to that frequency and get that goal. That's one thing, right? So by doing that process, you'll constantly feel lonely, because sometimes you won't have any friend, sometimes you'll be actually really popular. It just keeps fluctuating, because you have to constantly cleanse your environment. So, if you do this, you'll feel lonely. So, you have to get comfortable with yourself. As I told you at the starting of the video, you are your best friend. And I don't think anyone gets bored with spending time with their best friends, right? So, spend as much time alone as you can, because you should be so comfortable with spending time with yourself that you don't care if other people leave your life. Because if you're not comfortable with spending time with yourself, I feel like I'm saying that too many times, then you would be scared to leave other people. Because let's say that you have two friends, right? And you feel like both of them are toxic for you. But you constantly think that if I leave both of these friends, then I will be lonely, because you're not comfortable being alone with yourself. Whereas on the other hand, person B, let's say, is loves being with herself and is comfortable, doesn't give an F people come to her life, go to her life. She knows it's a part of her life. Memories are supposed to stay forever, not people. People are just chapters of your life, and they're just parts of your life. They're not the complete story. Nobody except you stay with you for your entire lifetime. So the person which stays with you the most, you're not even comfortable with staying with her or him. Girl, girl, wake up, wake up. You need to have common sense. Self development is just common sense. Like, you're comfortable with people who just came 1 year, 2 year, or 10 years before in your life, and you're not comfortable with being with a person you've been from the birth and will be till the death, guaranteed, then that's just stupidness. But I know you're on your path and I know you'll achieve it. So, yeah. So, as I was talking, person B can easily leave the lower frequency, rise to the upper frequency, reach their goals, and on their goals, they will have people over here which are on the same frequency, and she can get attracted to them. Even though it means that in between the time, she will be alone, but that's okay. She loves her alone time. We girlies over here love our alone time. At the end, all I would like to say that confidence is all about truly knowing yourself, and if you know yourself, nobody else's thing will affect you. And also, another thing, being cringe is to be free. I know that you've probably heard it like a million times before, but it is true, and I'll say it again and again and again. Being cringe is to be free. I used to be so weirded out by cringe people, but now I'm in a group of really, really cringe friends, and we do cringe stuff. We run about and amphitheaters, we sing, we dance, we jump, we do whatever we wish, and we do not care what other people think. And after some time, it just becomes a part of your behavior, right? At the starting, other people will also be like, what the F is she doing? Is she all right? But you would care because you love doing that thing, right? So you're in your own happy, bubbly bubble. But then later they would get used to it, so they will. So for example, if another new person comes, the other person, the old person, will be like, oh, that's just their behavior, right? So they won't even care. So yeah, and even if they do care, it's their problem, not yours. If it's making you happy, go do it. Being cringe is to be free, I repeat. So do what you have to do, fake it till you make it, and I know you'll all do it. And do tell me what next videos you want. And also, side note, I'm sorry that this video was in parts because my phone storage is like literally crying and I cannot make a video which is more than 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm so sorry, guys. I love you always. Bye. Let's get right into the video. So, first of all, I want you to understand that not every single person will like you. I touched on this topic in my previous video as well. And for this new video, I have whole new points as well. Whole list over here so I don't forget and deliver the best content to you, as I said. And then, yeah, so you have to get comfortable with the fact that not all people are comfortable with you. You don't like all people you meet, and all people uh, and all the people you introduce yourself to do not like you back. So get comfortable with that fact.